is going to turn into a beach on the Sea of Galilee in a moment, so I need to get the cord out of the way.
You want the chairs out of the way?
No, they're fine.
I will supply your needs.
I will supply your needs. I will supply your needs.
You can sing harmony.
I will supply your needs.
Jesus said to me, I will supply your needs. Weak need my strength. I will supply your needs. The strong need my tenderness. I will supply your needs. Despairing need my salvation. I will supply your needs. The righteous need my pity for sinners. I will supply your needs. The lonely need my friendship. I will supply your needs. The fighters need my leading. I will supply your needs. No one of this world can be all these to another. I will supply your needs. Sing it over. I will supply your needs. Believe him when he says, I will supply your needs. Hallelujah. I will supply your needs. Thank you, Lord. I will supply your need.
And that's perfect, because my need at this moment is for 6 disciples and Peter. And they need to be right about here. And I'm going to talk them through the gospel reading that they're going to be portrayers of, actors of. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I had a couple of people that were primed. Sit. There we go. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still need, unless one of you is Peter. Which case we, is one of you Peter?
Yes,
Ronnie.
we have a leader.
Are you Peter?
I'm Peter now.
So we're going to do the resurrection scene from John 21. I'm going to narrate it and guide our actors through it. And by the way, I'm going to be recruiting Jesus in just a minute or two here. So when I come to that point, let me be clear about this. I'm looking out and I'm seeing in this room the body of
Christ.
Okay, good. So if I'm looking to you and saying, okay, who's going to be Jesus? Who am I talking to?
All of
Yes.
us.
Okay, good. So it's one of you rightfully, appropriately, and graciously will step into this role when the time comes. Good. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to that. So, Peter said, I'll feed you lines as we go. So I'll just say them as you say them, okay? So, after these things, Jesus showed himself again to the disciples by the Sea of Tiberias, and this is how it went. Gathered there was Simon Peter, Thomas called the twin, Nathanael, king of Galilee, 2 of the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other disciples. You guys can decide who you are. I'm not all speaking.
I'm Thomas.
There's Thomas. Good. Anybody else want to take part?
I'm other.
Cast typing.
Good.
Typecasting.
Simon Peter said to them, I'm going fishing.
I'm going fishing.
And
I don't know about you guys.
they went out and got into the boat, and we're going to actually row the boat out here. So let's, pardon? No, not paddling, rowing. So I want to put 3 and 3, 3 and 3, and somebody at the rudder. Okay, good. Okay, remember you're rowing the boat, so you're going this way, which direction do you face? 3 and 3. 3 and 3. Good.
We're going that way?
Good.
The rudder's in the front.
Rudder's in the back. We're going that way. Okay, so here's what it's going to look like. I want you to step back and then lean and pull. Step, row, pull. Row, yeah. Oh, man. They're out of practice. They've been following Jesus this long time and they've forgotten how to row a boat. Okay.
Ready? On my row.
Row! 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 Lean into what you got. Row! Put your backs in. Row! 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 Okay, we're on the shore.
Sorry.
Okay, they're out in the deep water. This has always been a great fishing spot. So just stay put for a minute. I need to find the boat for you. So the boat is here. Here. Okay, now this is first century Galilean fishing. So I'm going to do something artificial here. These are all fishermen. They know what to do, but I'm just to remind them. What you need to do is work together. You don't want to tip the boat over. You're going to throw the net out on that side. The net is heavy. You're going to together.
I'll be the ballast.
Throw it out. Throw it out. Drag it back in. Just keep that up all night, please.
It's getting darker.
This is perfect for the end of the evening. We're going to watch it a sleepless night at work. Where are those fish?
Where's the beer?
Okay, let them do that. I'm going to address you. They're just going to keep doing this. The story goes on. They're literally doing that all night. It's been the best fishing spot they've ever had on the lake, and they're not catching a thing. Okay? Then, the story tells us Jesus stood on the beach. So, whoever you are, that's right here. Okay, right there.
He said, thank you.
Yep. So it's that lovely moment, if you haven't been up all night, that lovely moment for an early riser when there's just a little bit of light on the horizon. But when you've been fishing all night, that is not a lovely moment. That is the moment of thinking, we've been fishing all night. And at that moment, Jesus called out and said to them, children, you have no fish, have you? I said, no.
Children, you have no fish, have you?
Now, they didn't know it was Jesus, so they just didn't. They were running through. They didn't know it was Jesus, so watch that. We're going to watch that knowing unfold here. That's part of our pleasure in this. So then he said to them, cast on the other side of the boat, and you will find some.
If you cast on the other side of the boat, you will find some.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting moment. What happens on the boat? I just walked on water. So what happens here when you hear that? You go on the side.
Decide what happens when we
No fish over there. Mine's for a try. What the heck were they?
Ready? Pause, guys. So the disciple Jesus loves
It's the Lord, Peter.
I don't think I'll be telling you.
It's the Lord.
I don't want any lewd imagination. Peter stark naked.
Don't picture it, please.
So it says,
Better you than me.
she quickly wrapped something around herself for the sake of modesty. I don't know where she found the swimsuit, because remember, she's going to swim. So let her climb out of the boat, plunge in the water. Now, before you start swimming, remember the story of Peter walking on the water with Jesus? Peter is not a good swimmer. So, in Peter's enthusiasm, she has leapt into the water, and I want you to do a kind of crazy, gasping dog paddle toward the shore. You all start stand off for the moment. Wait for us. Okay, but you notice they turn the boat around. That's good. Get him in. Come on, get him in.
Row! 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 Row!
Oh, you just beached it. Good. Yeah, we're at the beach. Okay, it's the beach. So, how do you get on the boat?
How's that it?
Out that end. Come step over the end of the boat. Come make yourself a nice plump up here. Okay, over this way. Over this way. We need to have some distance between you and Jesus. Over here. Over here. Here. Over here. The boat's still here. Where are the fish? Okay, so they've been dragging the fish in. The fish are still in the net, still out here, still flopping around. Okay? Yeah. So, can you move over that way a little more? Thank you very much. So when they got ashore, they saw a charcoal fire with fish on it and bread. And Jesus said to them, "Bring me some of the fish you just caught."
Bring me some of the fish you just caught.
So Peter went back toward the boat, out to where the net is. Get the net right there. And it says he hauled the net ashore. Now, so, good luck.
You gotta go.
Okay, so somehow you got to pull it alongside the boat, alongside the boat, and then at some point, probably you decide this is right. Yeah, exactly. Drag it on into the water. There were 153 fish, and that was not even torn. And Jesus. Good. Jesus said to them something that's wonderful. Come and have some breakfast.
Come and have some breakfast.
Now, here's this interesting moment. Are you good? What? None of the disciples dared ask him, "Who are you?" Because they knew. So Jesus took some bread and gave it to them, one by one. Looks like something else we've seen. And then so the same with some fish. So it's not wine but fish. No, he's been cooking. There was already one on the fire.
Picked it up off the fire.
It's right there in John. I'm not making it up. It says he was cooking fish. He wanted some more. So this is the hors d'oeuvres. This was the third time that Jesus appeared to the disciples after he was raised from the dead. Thank you. That was obviously improvised in the moment. We could do it again, and we could do it really quickly because I wouldn't be talking them through it. But they're looking for a way to embody the text. And I want to actually just shortly, briefly, but I would do it if we were in a different setting and not at the end of the evening, do the next thing I do, which is not to preach a sermon about it, but first of all to ask the actors and then the rest of the congregation, so what happened? What did you feel? Notice the word I used. What did you feel? Actors.
Tired? Through a whole night of fishing?
Good.
Discouraged.
Good.
I felt like it's like a people.
A people pleaser.
Jump in and get it done.
Yeah,
Just make sure I'm going to go do it.
A little bit of a show off, maybe. Good. Others.
Naked.
The naked show off. Oh. Somehow calm. So this is Jesus speaking to us. The actors playing Jesus felt somehow calm. It's an interesting interchange. It's full of all this crazy uncertainty, and yet not in control, but in some way inviting and watching and waiting for the outcome. Love it. Thank you.
Amazed.
Amazed. Good. Any others from the actors?
Unbelievable.
A sense of community. Good.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Good. Good. So, there is a way that when we enter the text with our bodies, we actually enter it affectively. And it starts to move our feelings. And what I said about Thomas Jefferson, here's this man who's all in his head, and he is so brilliant in his head, but his heart is disconnected. So how do we start to connect back to our feelings? Now, when you're watching, neurologically, there's an interesting thing that happens, which is your mirror neurons are experiencing what the people are doing. You are actually in shadow doing what the people are doing. So I'm going to ask you, as embodied viewers, listeners, what did you feel? Anybody?
I felt sorry they were so hungry.
Sorry that
They were so hungry.
they were so hungry. Thank you.
Struck by that. I will never think of that story again the same. It would be inside of me. I would have a vision of this. And the laughter.
Lovely. Good.
I'll say Peter struggling to pull the fish in the boat.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. You hear all these people that they could barely get into the boat. That's 7 people, and then suddenly Peter's job is to go pull the whole thing ashore by himself. What? Struggling. Yes, thank you.
You felt very much apart.
Felt a part of it. Good. Good.
I think for the first time, I always thought, hey, on the other side is it like kind of a compassionate state, but now it just feels frustrating. It's like, well, why didn't you tell us earlier? There's definitely some.
Yeah, that's lovely. Either you are a damned kibitzer who's got no business intervening, or you do something we should have known a lot earlier in the evening. Lovely. Good. Any others?
Why do we keep trying the same thing when it's failed?
And they did, I love the way they did that. It was even fun kind of coming down here and setting the next scene and just letting them labor on. Labor on. They really were putting themselves into it. And there is this interesting way we communicate with our intuition, with our bodies, with our feelings. So, and my hope and prayer in offering a scripture text this way, we're going to do another one tomorrow morning, a little simpler one, is that it actually does what we just heard. That you walk out of here with that story in your body. And the feelings, this is just a way of presenting it. This is not what really happened, but it's a way of entering it affectively. It's actually kind of like an Ignatian spiritual entering into a text, where you use your imagination to make a version of the text, which is very personal, except this was personal to the group of actors and to us. Thank you very much. And pardon me while I look at my note here. Should I put in a little ad for the book here?
Yeah.
Music by Heart. This is our book. It's available on Amazon. We commissioned a bunch of composers, spent 3 or 4 days together. It actually took a couple of years to gather them. And we were inviting them to write new music in the old relational connective forms that we used for singing before there was print. So it's designed to do what we're doing with it. It's got some wonderful stuff in it, in my opinion. For example, at this end of the day, I'm a little book dependent, so I just want to check and make sure that I'm, as it were, on the right page. So there are two parts to this. I'm going to teach them both, and then you can choose which one you want to go with. They layer on top of each other. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. So some of you, that's going to be your part. I'm going to teach you both with the other part. I'll remind us of the first part, and then we'll choose what you're doing. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. So the first part was, come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit. Keep going if that's your part. Keep going. Light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Come light of light into my heart. Come wisdom of spirit into my heart. Into my heart, come wisdom of spirit into my heart. So we have one more song that we're going to sing at the close of this, but what I'd like to do right now is cut us loose on the Lord's Prayer in your own favorite translation, our text. I'm going to do it in Spanish. And if there are other languages in the room, I'd welcome that too. So we're not going to be in unison. The wilder the diversity, the better. In fact, we're going to sing it. And nobody knows what notes anybody's going to sing. So I'm just going to watch and sing it in Spanish. And I invite you to join in at your own pace, in whatever language or whatever text moves you. Singing. So singing proceeds just like a note. Move around. There will be some dissonance, because there is actually creative power of the conflict that happens in the church. And Marion knows that, and that's part of what she's pointing to. If it happens in love, it's creative. Don't worry about dissonance. Dissonance is just part of music. But do listen. So, I'm going to start and just join in. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu
death, as we forgive our debtors.
And I invite you to offer prayers out loud. Prayers of thanksgiving, prayers imploring God, prayers of concern that are always somewhere in between. Naming things, offering a sentence of prayer. Any way you want to do it, speak your prayers out loud.
For a joyous gathering of courageous souls across the continents.
For those facing weather stronger than our human bodies, may they find safety and find some joy, some growth, something new, in love with you out of the experience.
And the young people who are searching for their way in the lost country.
For Peggy, whose brain waves are slowing down, she kind of break down and live there.
Several people who are in next transitions.
The families of Newtown was still suffering.
And the families of Aurora. And of too many other places.
And to the Congress who will hopefully address gun violence. Pray for those who are not with us because of illness today.
For each of our embrace of the spirit of loving wisdom among us, and all of the godly questions about how we live in that spirit as we go home tomorrow.
For all the travelers, may they return to their homes in safety.
Thank you for the opportunity to meet and communicate tonight. For peace and love to enter and engage in events yourself.
For all those who came to this conference to learn and to teach us.
For love and loving what is and finding you in it.
For our churches, that they may find a way to tell their story in this room.
For our friends and families overseas fighting for our freedom.
For the energy here, the enthusiasm, the creativity, the freedom to ask hard questions without knowing the answers, but for the love and authority that is there asking the